Running $1 million business doesn't mean working 60 hours a week. It doesn't mean managing every detail or staying glued to your inbox. If you're still operating like you're in year one, you're holding back growth. Real scale starts when you stop being the operator and start leading like a CEO. Just ask Jessica Jackley, founder of Kiva, the nonprofit that moved over $1 billion in microloans. Her advice? Deciding what not to do is as important as deciding what to do. Kiva's global impact didn't come from doing everything. It came from deliberately choosing only what aligns directly with the mission and ignoring the rest. Your business works exactly the same way. This isn't about how fast you work or how much you hustle. It's about removing everything that doesn't directly drive your vision forward. That's how you shift from overwhelmed operator to a strategic, high-leverage leader. Let's dive in. 1. Let go of the opportunities that just don't align. In the early days, saying yes to everything feels like it's smart. Clients, partnerships, project, it all looks like growth. But after a certain point, yes becomes your enemy. Every misaligned opportunity you chase dilutes your focus and drains your momentum. Great leaders aren't defined by what they pursue, they're defined by what they ignore. This means turning down partnerships that don't align clients who don't fit your ideal profile and projects that distract you from your core. Once you're clear on your vision, you'll start to protect your time like it's oxygen. We've seen this with so many clients, but one that comes to mind is John Rex. He's the first to admit that without a BELAY VA, he'd be stuck in the weeds. He says, "I wouldn't be able to scale my business as much as I have. I've nearly doubled the size of my business since I began working with BELAY." That kind of growth doesn't come from chasing everything. It comes from staying focused and getting the right support. 2. Ruthlessly eliminate tasks that don't multiply your impact. On the other side of opportunities, there are tasks on your to-do list and in your calendar. Tasks have gravity, they accumulate, they disguise themselves as important. But most important tasks don't scale your impact, they dilute it, they steal your focus. Identify what uniquely leverages your strengths, vision, and impact, and stop doing the rest. First, let's get square on the tasks you're doing. Do a time study. Log the time, every minute of every day, every task you're doing for an entire week. Then list those tasks in columns. Keep, eliminate, delegate. If you're not quite sure what tasks you should be keeping, I recommend using John Maxwell's 5 Essentials in the Law of Explosive Growth. Do you need to do it every day in your role to grow your business or your team? And what is the ROI? Does it have impact on the company's growth? If it's not clearly multiplying your value, remove it, even if it's profitable in the short term. It isn't easy and it feels risky, but leaders who constantly grow choose clarity over short-term wins. They have the courage to strategically subtract, allowing their impact to multiply. 3. Replace control with clarity. Operators hold on to control. They stay involved in every detail. But great leaders, they trade control for clarity. It's counterintuitive, but clarity is the ultimate leadership tool. Clarity around the mission, the expectations, and ownership. Having a clear vision is scalable. It means your team can confidently execute without constant oversight. If someone has missed the mark, chances are there was a gap in the communication or the message. There was a time when I asked a team member to take the lead on a project. I thought I was being empowering. I handed it off, I stepped back, and what came back was, well, not what I expected. Deadlines were missed, the direction fell off, I found myself frustrated and tempted to swoop back in to fix it all. But then it hit me. This wasn't about skill, it was about me not being clear. I had said take the lead, but I hadn't defined what success looked like. I hadn't shared context, priorities, or the guardrails they needed to thrive. I thought I was giving them autonomy, but really, I was just being vague. That moment taught me something big. Control and clarity are not the same thing. Control says, do it exactly like this. Clarity says, here's the vision, here are the constraints, and here's what matters most. Now go make it yours. Now I lead with clarity, not micromanagement, because most people don't need a tighter leash, they just need a clearer lane. Scaling beyond $1 million demands you to stop simply doing more and instead do less but better. This isn't about delegation tricks or productivity hacks. It's about courageously cutting away everything that isn't essential to your core message. At BELAY, we help leaders leaders build powerful teams who protect your vision and time, allowing you to scale deliberately, clearly, and sustainably. Download Delegate to Elevate to learn how strategic subtraction can change the trajectory of your business today. You didn't become an entrepreneur to be chained to your business. Every week you delay delegating is costing you time and money. So start now. Grab Delegate to Elevate, our free guide for busy leaders who are ready to scale.